Hello and welcome back to the well-being. My name is Madison,
My name is Rachel.
and today we're talking about canned slash not canned,
Yeah, I mean,
yeah,
kind of
canned
sparkling
things.
waters,
Sparkling water. Thank you.
water
My brain
alternatives.
okay?
You guys, it's the 4th of July and we are recording because it's been so busy this
It's
week.
been
So
crazy.
your brain can be however it wants to be
Thank
today.
you so much for that validation. I so appreciate
You're
you.
welcome. You're welcome.
Um, so yeah, I feel like the PFAS situation in sparkling water is really frustrating because you're
Mhm.
like, I'm trying to drink out of aluminum, but then they line the aluminum with plastic so it doesn't
hmm
degrade. So then you try to get glass, but then the glass is allegedly now worse.
Yeah,
So
this is
really, what the
new.
heck are you supposed to do?
This is brand new information that I just found out.
It's
But
really
yeah,
frustrating.
basically it's very brand dependent and also just yeah, company dependent on how they like to do things. And then there's some like strategies that you can use too. But yeah, basically, I think that almost everyone that I know has
Mm-hmm.
had a sparkling water or usually has like something in
Mm-hmm.
their fridge that's like
Totally.
flavored, right? As alternatives to alcohol or just like something to sip on throughout the day, whether it's like a prebiotic soda or just like a sparkling water or whatever. I think mostly, I wonder how many people actually drink these, but they're all the rage.
I feel like since 2021 is like when everyone started having these constantly,
Yeah.
all the time.
hmm
And my sister used to date this guy who was horrible and we don't love him at all. But he was the first person to ever be like, LaCroix has plastic in it and you shouldn't be drinking that all day. And I was like, what?
Dang.
And I was like, no way. So then I Googled it, and unfortunately, that was the only thing in their relationship he was ever right about. So there's that. But
All right, we'll accept him for that and
we'll
that
accept
only.
that and that only for reading research one time.
LaCroix was like the first one to come out. And I remember
Totally.
people drinking it, and I remember being like, what? Obviously, everybody knows if you listen to our podcast, I'm always behind on trends, like always, you guys. So, like, I remember people drinking it and being like, what is that? Like, it just felt like it should like be an alcoholic beverage or something. And I was like, how are you drinking that like in the middle of the day? But it's not. So we're
I
caught
saw,
up.
I
And now
saw
I'm
this.
ahead. I'm ahead of the
Now you're
game.
ahead. You are ahead on the sparkling water game. This, I read this post somewhere that was like, my dad thought White Claw was just like LaCroix, but a different brand. So he's been having one on the way to work every morning.
That's so funny.
So funny. I'm like,
Oh
wow,
my
what a
gosh.
miss.
Oh boy.
Oops. Oh
Yeah.
boy, indeed. It's like that is hysterical. So
That's actually like kind of cute.
kind of cute, very funny.
Yeah.
Hopefully, he wasn't trying to fully avoid alcohol.
Yeah, hopefully, yeah, he wasn't like relapsing or
Yeah,
something. Yeah, yikes.
yeah. So,
Cool. Okay. So, Madison, we've touched on this before. I
yes,
feel
we
like I
have.
never call you Madison ever.
Most people don't.
I'm gonna start. Um, but we looked into a bunch of different things, including like best brands to buy with
Hmm.
lowest PFAS and BPA in the cans, and then also dug it a little bit more into like artificial sweeteners versus like natural, if you're watching on
Mm-hmm.
YouTube, like
Quote.
quotations, natural flavors. And then we also did a little bit of research into like prebiotic sodas that we can talk about at the end. I think we talked about this on our microplastics podcast, which was maybe
Hmm.
our very first podcast that we ever did.
Quite possibly.
I, or it was like second or third, maybe.
Yeah, it was like top five, first five,
Yes.
for sure.
And I remember us looking into this, and one of the most shocking things about the sparkling water levels was that Topo Chico was the highest one with, or the highest PFAS levels among the sparkling waters that were tested in this like consumer report study in 2020, with 9.76 parts per trillion. And that blew my mind because that's a super
That's crazy.
popular one. Yeah. And I think I've like read things since then that they have tried to like cut this down by like 50%. So it could be lower now, but from the last like most recent study, it was pretty high.
That's cool. I didn't know that.
Yeah, I think they're
That one
probably
is
getting
really good.
a lot of a lot of gruff for it. What word am I
Probably.
looking for?
Backlash.
Backlash, yeah. Not gruff, but something. Something.
Something like that. Um, I also saw a different study about this where polymers grouped into just basically like different types of polymer clusters, where beer had the most
Mm,
polyester, and then colas, then lemonades, then teas, then water, and then wine was last
okay.
in glass containers, which I thought was really interesting.
Yeah. Super interesting.
Like, why does Coke have the second most to beer? I don't know.
I
You
don't
know,
know either. Yeah.
it doesn't
The
really say,
maybe the
but
cans that they use. I'm not sure.
those are
Or just
glass.
the water. Oh, the glass. Oh,
Mhm.
is that because of the caps?
Probably, maybe.
So
But
there's
all of these
this.
have caps. Maybe
So
beer and cola are the most corrosive.
maybe, or like maybe there. So
Doesn't
there's
say.
this research study that Maddie sent to me this morning, basically showing that glass drinks in glass bottles like
Hmm.
beer and like Coca-Cola or a soda or whatever have higher microplastics, not PFAS, but
Hmm.
microplastics in the liquid itself. And the reasoning behind this is not because of the glass outerwear, but because of the painted tops. And apparently, like it, depending what kind of paint they put on there, they get kind of like when they through packaging and stuff, they can get scuffed up. So then when you open it, I think it can get into the liquid
Oh,
and
so
they're
it's
detecting
after
it.
you open it, it's not even
I think it's after
getting.
you open it. So
I guess these pictures are crazy.
there was research shown that if you just rinse the top of the bottle, the cap off before opening it, it reduces like 70% of microplastics getting into the actual liquid.
Hmm.
So, might be, I mean, you might be looking like a weirdo, but honestly, like if you feel like doing this and you want to rinse the
Hmm.
top of your beer can or a beer bottle, or if you get like a soda every once in a
Hmm.
while and just rinse it underwater before you take it
Hmm.
off, it's supposed to like be significant reduction in that.
Huh.
Yeah.
Okay, well, the more you know.
Yeah. Super
Small
interesting
ways
though.
to prevent that. That is really interesting.
Yeah. Because how does that make sense that glass would have
Doesn't.
more than a can? But I guess like it sucks because it's like you pay more for the glass to be like so much better and healthier, but then the top, like just the
It's
little
such a
bottle cap.
problem. But like even
Yeah.
if you got it, you'd have to like if you got it at a restaurant or at a plate, like you go to a place, you get it out of the drink fridge, like you're on a sandwich shop, right? Then you'd have to take it to the bathroom. I'm gonna get a can.
Yeah. Get a can instead.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Super interesting.
Mm-hmm. That's
But
crazy.
yeah, so I feel like the moral of everything we're going to say today is basically like there's all these options available for you to
Mm-hmm.
drink as like a different drink or like an alternative drink, but are any of them really great to be drinking like consistently, like every single day or multiple times a day?
Probably not.
Probably not. Probably not.
Except for
Like,
maybe Dram.
except for Dram. We love Dram. But Um, yeah, it's just like I think it's just one of those things like normal water or water that you add your own like flavoring to, like fruit or whatever, is always going to be
Mhm.
better than anything that you get that's been processed in some manner.
100%. The other thing to know is that if you're drinking water out of the tap or like a Brita or even your fridge filter, most of those are not able to filter out plastics from like just your regular water. The two that I know can are obviously going to be reverse osmosis, which can be expensive, or you can get Hydroviv, Hydroviv, and that has a PFAS filter in it, which
Hmm.
is great.
That you just add on, right?
That's yeah, it's like it's always on sale, and that's what we have at our house, and it's like
You
10 out
just
of
have that
10.
on your like tap, right?
Yeah, yeah, and then we just drink the cold tap. It makes the water pressure like slightly lower on the cold side. Um, but they just automatically send you a new one every 6 months. And it's not so much lower that it's a problem on the water pressure situation. You
Okay.
can just tell it's like going through a filter,
Yeah, which
which I'm
is
good
fine.
with.
We
And
can make.
Yeah.
sacrifices.
100%. My sister has it too, and she didn't tell me that she had it. Um, on her water in DC. Um, but and I went to go visit her, I think 2 years ago in DC, and I she wasn't at home, and I like just put her tap on and put it in my glass, and I was like, wow, this tastes exactly like the water at my house, like identical. Which you go to a new city, that's never possible, and so that's why I know that Hydrovid works.
Hmm.
Isn't that cool?
Yeah, you should be their spokesperson.
I know. There's a couple things you should put my face on.
Yeah.
Hydrovivid's one.
Yeah. I feel like you have a few like signature things that are like very Maddie. And I'm like, yes. Yeah.
That's so funny.
Yeah. So, okay, some of the top brands that have the highest parts per trillion of PFAS in them are, like we said, Topo Chico, Polar Seltzer, which I don't know if I know what
Hmm.
that one is. Do you know, have you heard of that one?
Polar's super East Coast.
Okay.
Like it's everywhere on the East Coast.
Okay.
Hmm.
Well, watch out, East Coast. Bubbly, which that used to be, that was like my number one
Mm.
go-to when I was like a few years ago. Like I would always
Hmm.
buy bubbly.
Yeah.
Poland Spring, which I don't know.
Also East Coast,
Okay.
I
Canada
think. Yeah.
Dry, which that's just a soda water
Yeah.
usually like and then LaCroix and Perrier. Perrier.
Perrier is crazy because that doesn't even come in cans usually. Well, I guess it does come in cans, but like
That one's just in
not.
plastic bottles, right? Like the green plastic
Yeah,
bottles.
but they also have glass.
Do they?
Hmm.
Okay. That one's like 1.1 parts per trillion versus like Topo Chico's 9.76. So like
Whoa.
these are very different amounts. Like Topo Chico 9.76, Polar Seltzer 6.41,
Hmm.
and then the next one, Bubbly, is at 2.24. So like it's a drastic like
That's a
decrease
big
with
difference.
these.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I feel like it's more just like maybe avoid Topo Chico and Polar Seltzer, especially if you're somebody that drinks one of these like every day.
The other thing is natural flavors, which is technically a substance derived from natural sources, but it is like a highly processed manufacturer situation, that are not necessarily made up from just quote things that you would think of are natural. It's not a real word, descriptive word, I guess I should say. Um, it can be
Yes.
used to describe any type of food. The word natural can, which is frustrating. Um, so natural flavors, they're on the back of like literally everything. But
Yeah.
they're defined as incidental additives, basically.
Yes. Like they still go through a chemical processing
Yeah.
situation to be added, to be created and then added to
Hmm.
the water.
So other things that you wouldn't love to put in your body necessarily are in natural flavors. And some people say that some PFAS and stuff like that can come from natural flavors. So drinking those is also another source of plastics potentially.
hmm Yeah, and it's not always like if you go to the store and you're trying to pick between artificial and natural, like
Kind of the same.
natural might be better, but like minimally. Like it might even not be
Yeah.
better. So it's not like,
Hmm.
oh, because this is natural, I can have like
Hmm.
three of them today. It's like,
Yeah.
no, it's probably like, who knows if it's even statistically significantly better.
Yeah. Totally.
Um,
Totally.
but it looks better and it's a great marketing technique
It
for
really
sure.
is. It really is. The other
Hmm.
funny thing that you sent me was someone on Reddit, and this is not obviously not scientific at all, but someone on Reddit said, "Is Poppy, which is a prebiotic soda option, better than diet?" And the top answer is, "Only get Poppy if you enjoy the chemical taste. I'd rather drink drain cleaner." Okay, don't drink Drano, first of all. But um, the funniest part about this is that you're choosing between stevia and aspartame in
hmm
this specific situation. So
Yeah.
this person saying if you only like the chemical taste of stevia is saying that that is worse than the chemical taste of aspartame, which like everyone has their own palate, and that's fine. But aspartame is likely worse for you in high amounts than stevia from what we know
Yes.
right now from the research.
Yep.
And we have a whole podcast on that you can go back and listen to.
Yep. Yep. Yes, definitely. Um, One other thing I want to point out is because if you guys have been listening, you know that me and Maddie are obsessed with Dram, and they're like a
Yes.
Colorado-based sparkling water company, and they're amazing. Like their owners still like do a ton of the like research and stuff behind it. Like
Mhm.
it's very cool. But
So
on their
awesome.
website, it literally says they are made from whole organic plants and do not contain so-called natural flavors, which actually contain synthetic chemical flavoring, even when labeled as natural.
Oh my
And
gosh.
then their water source is PFAS free and their cans are BPA free.
That's amazing.
Yeah. So
We love that.
that look for that. I know they sell those at Whole Foods, like
They
most
do. They
Whole
just got into
Foods.
Whole Foods,
Yeah. And I don't know if it's
which
just like out here in the West or if it's
I
like
don't know. I've
everywhere.
seen them in Jackson Hole's Whole Foods, so that's West, obviously. But
Yeah.
um, yeah. I
But
think I
check
was
those out.
recently in Santa Barbara. This is also West, but I saw it in there too.
Okay.
Hmm.
Yes.
Other ones that you can get more easily are going to be Spindrift, which 0.19 parts per trillion PFAS, which is like that's so low.
hmm
If you're not just only drinking this, like you shouldn't only be drinking sparkling water. Um, Sound reports 0, which I've never had Sound, but now I'm gonna look for it.
I feel like I've never seen it, but it looks interesting.
Mm-hmm.
hmm
Apparently Waterloo, which you can definitely get at Whole Foods.
Yep. That one you can get most places, I think,
Mm-hmm.
right?
For
That one's
sure.
supposed to be
Yeah,
like,
pretty good. I never
yeah,
thought that one was very good, but here we are. However, it does say naturally flavored with other natural flavors, so
yeah.
the can is BPA free and the water is ultra filtered. But what are they flavoring with is the question.
hmm If you're super, super into
Mm-hmm.
this, you could also just buy, I think that they probably just have like an original flavor and then you could just like
Mm-hmm.
put your own stuff in it.
So
Would
true.
be a safe option.
So true.
Safest. 10 out of 10.
Safest. 10 out of 10 is you squeeze your own dang lemon in there and get a soda stream with your already filtered tap water.
Yes. Yes, definitely.
Mm-hmm.
But those are probably the good ones to, like go-to ones. I also
Mm-hmm.
know like Dram is a little bit more expensive, obviously
It
because
is.
they put a lot of like time, effort, and love into it.
Mm-hmm.
So those are it's nice to have like a little bit of a different option that's not like 250 a can.
Totally.
Yeah. I think like I did a tiny bit of research on like Olipop and Poppy and like
Oh yeah,
prebiotic
dude.
sodas.
Tell me about that because I do love those.
Basically, they use stevia for like
Mm-hmm.
sweeteners, and then they
Yeah.
have a bunch of other ingredients in them. I think they're just like not well enough studied yet to know
Mm-hmm.
long-term effects. But I think like moral of the story is these are not like when you think of a sparkling water that you're like, oh, this I'm gonna have this every day for like my afternoon,
Mm-hmm.
like chill like snack or like after dinner instead of like a glass of wine, I'm gonna do like a sparkling water. I
Mm-hmm.
these are still like very much like a soda. So like probably should not be having one every day. Probably like use it as a treat and it's a better alternative than like a soda, but also doesn't, it's just like not something you should be drinking every single day.
For sure.
Yeah. Yeah.
Still not good for you. Still a treat.
Still a treat and like they like marketing, man. Like yes, they have
Mm-hmm.
fiber. Yes, they have like all these ingredients that look like way better for you than like a
Mm-hmm.
normal soda. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
But like at the end of the day, you should be getting fiber from your food and you should be getting
Absolutely.
all these nutrients from your food. But like we all like to have a little fun and drink
Yeah.
something that tastes good sometimes. So like
And there's nothing wrong with
all the
that
power to
team.
you.
Yeah.
Yes,
Nothing
no.
wrong with like having that. And if you're like, okay, but like I'm drinking a Diet Coke every single day and I'm instead gonna drink an Olipop soda and try to like kick that habit, that's probably a better option.
Yes.
But it's also not better than water
Exactly. It's like just
and
a habit.
vegetables.
Yeah. I
Mm-hmm.
mean, it's just like it's just not something that should be drank every single
Yeah,
day.
totally.
But I do think it's kind of marketed that way. Like it would be okay to
Mm-hmm.
drink it every single day, just because
Yeah,
of like you get your daily dose of like apple cider vinegar or fiber or whatever, but
yeah,
it's not what's up.
totally. Totally.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I think we did it.
I think so too. I think my favorite thing from today was learning about these damn painted caps.
I know, that's crazy. That's like crazy to me. And also, I think the fact that you can just rinse them.
So
I don't know if
crazy.
anyone will do that, but I think I will.
I will if I get it at home. If I ever
Yeah.
have glass bottles at home, I'm definitely rinsing them from here on out.
Yeah. I think, I don't know. It's just really interesting
Yeah.
that it's just kind of like comes back to the moral of the story. Not that like
Mhm.
everything is scary and like we can't win, but most things that are processed are going to have some sort of effect on your
Totally.
health. So,
Totally.
yeah,
I love it. Well,
eventually, over time.
thanks so much for doing this on 4th of July morning.
Yes, happy 4th of July, everybody. It'll be way
Yeah.
past, but I hope everybody
Had a good
was
one.
having a fun and safe day.
Totally. Bye. See you next week.
Bye.